Hi there. A career switch can be a complicated process, and there may be times when during your career switch you have moments of self-doubt, either brought on by something or maybe they just hit you out of the blue. When these self-doubts happen, you want to assess them, see if there's anything real to them, and if not, you want to put them away, get them out of your mind as quickly as you can, and continue your forward progress. So one way to do that would be to stop what you're doing, reread one or more development books, maybe set up meetings with some close friends over coffee to vent and to say, hey, geez, am I really doing the right thing? Those actions will help you, no doubt, but they'll also take time. I created a simple tool that I like to use when I'm hit with self-doubts to reassure myself and regain my balance as quickly as possible. Now, the tool consists of 3 lists. You make them in advance and then you set them aside and you use them when you hit with self-doubts. The first one is what you didn't like or won't miss about your old career. There were things about your old career that got you thinking about, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. If you decided to change course and go back to your old career, well, you'd be facing these things again. The second list is what you're going to miss about your old career. And don't be reluctant to admit that there were some good things about your old career. Every occupation has some good aspects about it. It's healthy to remember that some things were good. And oh, by the way, you can discover them or maybe recreate them in your new career. The third list is what you look forward to in your new career. There were some things about it that excited you, that interested you, that drew you to it. What were those things? That's what goes on this list. Now, these lists work because they're simple, they're easy to use, easy to set up, and they're to the point. And to help you create yours, I'm going to share with you now the list that I made in my career switch from software engineering to becoming a watchmaker. But before I do, I want to give you 3 short caveats for your lists. The what you didn't like list will be much longer than the what you look forward to list. And the reason for this is simple. You know a whole lot more about your old career, the one that you're leaving, than you do about the new one. The second caveat is the what you didn't like list is also going to be a lot longer than the what you'll miss about your old career list. You're leaving the old career because you didn't like it, it wasn't satisfying, it wasn't fulfilling. So it only stands to make sense that the list of things that you're not going to miss is going to be longer, maybe much longer, than the list of things that you will miss. That's okay. And the third caveat is a caution for the what you didn't like list. You don't want it to turn into a bitch session. You don't want it to be about specific individuals or isolated single events. The fact that Henry bugs you and you're not going to miss working with Henry, that's okay. I even agree. I don't like Henry either. But the thing is that Henry's an individual. The fact that certain kinds of people that you work with may be something that you want to get away from, that certainly can go on the what you didn't like list. The other thing is the fact that a specific meeting was a disaster and caused you a lot of pain doesn't go on the list. But if certain kinds of meetings or certain kinds of behaviors, the fact that they might be something you're not going to miss, that certainly can go on the list. Okay? So here are my 3 lists. And the first one up is what I'm not going to miss about my old career. I wasn't sure whether to use background music or voiceover for these lists. Maybe I'll just use music on the last 2. In software engineering, there are some problems that are common to many companies, friction points between managers and employees, between the desire for predictable schedules and the inherent unpredictability of software engineering, because software engineering is not a science, it's a science and an art. And these problems are just perennial, they're never ending, they're always there, and after dealing with it for 40 years, I just don't want to deal with them anymore. So these are my things that I'm not going to miss from my old career. Some of them probably apply to non-software engineering jobs, and I hope they resonate with some of you and maybe give you some ideas for what to put on your list. And by the way, I hope none of these sounded like a bitch session. Certainly I tried to avoid that. And these are the things that I will miss about my old career, and I'm hoping some of them will exist in my watchmaking career, or maybe I can recreate them. That would be nice. The technologies, if you don't know what those are, that's fine. Those are ones that I just enjoyed working with for multiple years. A lot of these other things actually aren't particular to software engineering, though. They're nice things about working in a team, working for good managers, working in an enlightened organization that I think, transcend the actual industry or occupation that you have. I will say a nice thing about making this list is that it brought back a lot of nice memories. And here's what I look forward to in my new career. So these are things that I think will be present in my watchmaking career, and I'm really looking forward to them. I'd love to hear of other tools that some of you may have, and if you do this one, I would love to see what you come up with. Till next time, take care.